Tory MP Michael Fabricant has erupted at party colleagues over the ousting of Boris Johnson as Prime Minister in a fiery speech to Parliament. Mr. Fabricant told his fellow Conservative MP that knifing Boris Johnson had been a mistake, one he compared to the Labour Party removing Tony Blair as leader in 2007. Praising the Prime Minister's record, the Tory MP highlighted the rollout of the COVID vaccination scheme and support for Ukraine against Russia during the Commons debate on a confidence motion against Mr. Johnson's government. Mr. Fabricant told MPs, "I personally think that our party is making the same mistake that the Labour Party made when they knifed Tony Blair. But may I say to my honourable friend, is he aware that the excess death rates in Europe show that thanks to his early intervention with a vaccine, fewer people died in the United Kingdom than the majority of other European countries? And thanks to my right honourable friend's intervention, Kyiv is still a part of Ukraine and not a part of Russia." The Prime Minister replied, "I thank him very much. And I think he's absolutely right in what he says about the record of the NHS, the record of this country in beating back COVID. And what a pity it was that the right honourable gentleman opposite, the leader of the opposition, came so many times to this place and said that we had the worst record in Europe. Has never taken it back." Mr. Johnson, opening the debate on the confidence motion, said, "I have no idea why the leader of the opposition, Sir Keir Starmer, has insisted that we must have a confidence motion today when we could be sparing people from online harms, we could be fixing the defects in the Northern Ireland Protocol, ending the pointless barriers to the trade in our country, but since he wants one." Speaker Sir Lindsay Hoyle intervened to say, "It might be just helpful, it's actually the government that's put it down today." Mr. Johnson added, Sir Keir, wants one, and since they want one, it's his constitutional prerogative, we will comply and we will win. The Prime Minister said he would go on to explain why he is in charge of one of the most dynamic governments of modern times. As the Prime Minister listed his achievements in office, Labour former Minister Kevin Brennan intervened, saying, "It is highly unconventional to put down a confidence motion in his own government, though I suppose he is an unconventional person, since only an unconventional man would want the opportunity to speak at his own funeral." Can I ask him though, isn't his essential problem, despite all this litany that he thinks are his fantasy achievements, the bottom line is, this country is supposed to operate on the good chap theory of government, but it doesn't operate when there is a bad apple at the core. Mr. Johnson replied, "If he is saying that he is going to vote for confidence in this government, I will certainly welcome his support, but what I can tell him is that I believe that the achievements of this government over the last 3 years, I think, have been very remarkable." As for his personal criticism of me, I am proud of what we have done, and I am proud of the way that I have been able to offer leadership in difficult times. Let me put it that way. Mr. Johnson, reflecting on his government's support for Ukraine, said, "If it is true that I'm more popular on the streets of Kyiv right now than I am in Kensington, if that is because of the foresight and boldness of this government in becoming the first European country to send them weapons, a decision that was made possible by the biggest investment in defense since the Cold War." Though I think that conflict will continue to be very hard, and our thoughts and prayers must continue to be with the people of Ukraine, I do believe that they must win and that they will win. When the people of Ukraine have won, it'll also be a victory of right over wrong and of good over evil, and I think this government saw it clearly and saw it whole and saw it faster than many other parts of the world, and that is why I have confidence in this government. By the way, I have absolutely zero confidence in the opposition.